This tutorial will show you how to link to and set up the Synnex product data source. There are 3 methods to set up the Synnex products. You can go to the Synnex website and manually download the synnex.zip file, extract the synnex.txt file, then, using the product import wizard from the products menu, manually map the products and import them into a native QuoteWerks product database. If you have the standard edition of QuoteWerks, this will be your only option for getting the Synnex products into QuoteWerks. If you have the professional or corporate editions of QuoteWerks, you can go to the Synnex website and manually download the synnex.zip file. Then, use the product data source setup in QuoteWerks to extract and import into a Synnex specialized database. If you have the professional or corporate editions of QuoteWerks and have purchased the QuoteWerks real-time module, QuoteWerks can be configured to automatically download the synnex.zip file, extract it, and import it into the Synnex specialized database, and is the method that we'll be demonstrating in this tutorial video. Please note that regardless of which method you use to get the Synnex products into QuoteWerks, this will require that you have an account with them. You can contact your Synnex sales representative to request your Synnex FTP price and availability file at the number you see on your screen. In the event that this number changes, you can always refer to the Linking to Synnex section of the QuoteWerks manual or the Synnex website for the most current contact information. To get started, click the Products Set Up Product Sources menu, and in the Product Data Source Setup window, click the New button. When the Product Data Source wizard appears, click on the drop-down list and choose Synnex. Then click Next. There are 2 options in this window. The first option, select synnex.zip file to import, allows you to manually browse for the synnex.zip file. If you choose this option, you should have already downloaded the synnex.zip file from the Synnex website. We recommend you download the file to the root of the QuoteWerks directory. The second option, download synnex.zip file from Synnex FTP server, is a feature that will automatically download and import the synnex.zip file for you directly from the Synnex website. If you choose this option, you'll need to set up the Synnex FTP server credentials. You can also get to the FTP credentials setup from the Tools, Options menu, then clicking on the Real-Time tab and then the Synnex tab. This option is only available if you've purchased the QuoteWerks Real-Time Data Module. For more information about the Real-Time Data Module, please refer to the Real-Time Data Module chapter of the QuoteWerks manual. It's important to select the region that you're in. This is used to determine which FTP site and real-time resource to use. You'll also need to fill out your customer number, user ID, and password. You'll also fill in your FTP user ID and password. Please note that the FTP user ID and password is not the same as the user ID and password that you use to log into the Synnex website. You can contact your Synnex sales representative to request your FTP user ID and password at the number you see on your screen. In the event that this number changes, you can always refer to the Linking to Synnex section of the QuoteWerks manual or the Synnex website for the most current contact information. By default, the price file name is your Synnex user account number with a .zip extension, so we can just leave it blank to take the default price file. Now in some cases, some Synnex customers use a shared FTP file rather than their own specialized file. If this applies to you, then you'll need to enter that file name here. The timeout values have been set for you. We recommend that you leave the defaults that we provided, but you do have the option to change the values if you like. After you've filled in your credentials, click OK, and then Next. The Map Columns window will appear. This window allows you to map the Synnex database columns to their QuoteWerks counterpart. By default, we've already mapped the Synnex fields to the appropriate QuoteWerks fields. If you do want to change our default selections, simply select the Synnex field on the right, then select the QuoteWerks field on the left, and choose to map or unmap the fields. If you do change the default mappings, we strongly recommend that you only change the custom field mappings and not mappings to key fields like manufacturer part number, vendor part number, etc. You may have noticed that no records were found in the sample data column. This is normal when you're performing the procedure for the first time, since QuoteWerks has not downloaded the synnex.zip file yet. You can still use the field column as a reference value for the sample data. We'll go ahead and accept the default mappings and press Next. On this window, you can set column titles. Column titles are the names of the columns as they'll appear in the product lookup window for this product source. We'll just accept the defaults here too and click Next. If you've enabled individual product data source level security in QuoteWerks, then you'll see this next window. You can enable or disable this setting from the Security tab of the Tools Options menu. Enabling this option allows you to control who can view or modify products in this data source. You can find more information about QuoteWerks security features in the User Maintenance and Security chapter of the QuoteWerks manual. Click Next, and then Finish. This will begin the downloading of the Synnex.zip file from the Synnex FTP server. When the file has been downloaded, it'll uncompress the zip file and then import it to make it ready for use. This whole process of downloading, uncompressing, and importing under normal conditions takes approximately 17 minutes. Now, I've fast-forwarded this process for the purpose of this tutorial. Note that manually downloading the zip file will take roughly about 2 minutes, depending on your internet speed. However, the file must still go through the importing process. After the file has been imported, you'll receive a notification that the database is now available for use. Click OK, and then close the Product Source Setup window. Now, click on the Products Lookup menu, or click the Products button from the toolbar, and the Product Lookup window will open, and you can now see the Synnex product source available in the Lookup window. You'll note that folders have been created for this database. The Categories folder breaks down all the items in the Synnex database by their specific category type. The Manufacturers folder breaks down all the Synnex items by their manufacturer. Now we'll do a search for a common item. Next, we'll add it to the quote.